Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Brandon again, and today's video is going to be a follow-up on the biggest supplement scams out there. And today we're going to focus on nitric oxide products, NO, more specifically arginine and its other form, AAKG. Now before we get into this video, if you haven't seen my initial supplement scams video where I outline my 3 biggest supplement scams and ask for your feedback, as well as the follow-up video to that where I talk about the best supplements out there in terms of bang for your buck, you can find those linked both in an annotation on the screen now as well as in the description box below. And the reason I really point those out is because the reason I'm doing this video is based off of comments I got on both of those videos. Meaning some of you said arginine and NO products are a scam, whereas other people swear by it and they say it's one of the best supplements out there. So hopefully if you can put 2 and 2 together and you realize that you're watching a video from me called Biggest Supplement Scams Arginine, you kind of know where I stand on this. Now, I'm not saying arginine isn't important in your everyday life because it is an amino acid. What I'm going to talk about in this video is arginine as it relates to weight training, because most people take arginine because they view it as an NO or a pump product. And the theory is through this pump or vasodilation, you have more blood flow, which means more nutrients are delivered to your muscle that helps you gain size and strength and whatever else you want to throw under that. What I'm hopefully going to show you with some of the studies I've referenced is that this is untrue in terms of weight training. So again, arginine is very important, but in terms of weight training, it has no benefit. So in order to kind of take a look at this, what we first need to see is this first study I'm going to link in the description box below, which actually shows that arginine is in fact a vasodilator. So you might be scratching your head and thinking, well, why the hell would you link this if this disproves what you're going to say? The reason is although it shows it's a vasodilator, it kind of proves the point where you need to take a look at the context of a lot of this research. There's a ton of research out there, and finding it is one thing, interpreting it is a whole nother matter. So for this research, it wasn't done on people who lift. Do you even lift, bro? It was in fact done on heart patients. So for this, these heart patients were given a dose of 30 grams of arginine, which was administered intravenously. Now, for all you out there who aren't drug dealers or had blood transfusion or anything like that, that means they strap an IV to you and they pump it directly into your blood. Can't get any more really direct than that. So it bypasses your digestive system. And when they did this, they administered about 30 grams worth of arginine. So again, that's a pretty significant amount, not to mention it's going straight in your bloodstream. The reason I bring this up is because oral supplementation of arginine is a completely different ballgame. In fact, supplementation of anywhere even up to 10 grams has been shown to not only give stomach cramps, but can also lead to diarrhea, also commonly known as mud butt. So for a lot of you guys out there that take supplements that have arginine in them and experience this stomach pain or you get the shits, I don't think there's any way to kind of sugarcoat that. Take a look at those supplements you're taking and more than likely arginine is in there. And again, a lot of people can have this negative reaction to it. So why is this important? Why am I bringing this up? Maybe I just want to talk about the shits. In reality, what I want to talk about is the fact that you're comparing a study of 30 grams taking right into your bloodstream versus the product in powder or pill form where you can't even take up to 10 grams without really shitting your brains out. Not to mention when it's taken orally, the bioavailability on it drops because a lot of that is blocked by your digestive system. So you need to take even more. So we might be talking about 40, 50 grams of arginine to get the same kind of response as if taken right to the bloodstream. And again, the problem is most people can't handle that much because you'll be pooping it all out, not to mention other things that we don't want to mention. So it's really tough to associate the two. Now, if that's not enough, what I'm also going to link is a couple other studies just to prove my point. So for this, the first study you're going to see took a look at a group who trained for 7 days using AAKG, which is a very popular form of arginine. And what they were testing for was to see if there was a vasodilation difference between a placebo group and the group that was taking AAKG. And what they found was there was no difference. Now, they did see that there was an increase in vasodilation, but they attributed this actual gain, considering it was consistent in both groups, just to resistance training. So it just shows you right there that it's ineffective in that sense. The other study I'm going to link is actually in regards to muscular endurance. And again, they took 2 groups, a placebo group and a group taking arginine, and they tested their muscular endurance when performing exercises. And the surprising thing with this one is it actually showed that the arginine group performed worse. So this could potentially hinder some of your workouts. And again, with these, there are studies out there that can really show anything depending on what you want to find. It's all about finding that information and being able to interpret it. So based off of this information, and again, I highly encourage you to do some of your own, I would say that arginine is one of the biggest supplement scams, because although while it can be effective, it's not realistic to think that we're going to be hooking ourselves up to IVs and pumping 30 grams or more of arginine into our bloodstream in order to see a benefit. Now, I know there are plenty of you out there that swear by arginine and swear that it works. And unfortunately, I'm going to attribute this to a placebo effect. And you see it all the time in medical testing. You always have a placebo group and a group receiving something. And a lot of times the people on the placebo convince themselves so much that they're going to see these results that they actually do. So even though you have firsthand experience, I'm really going to stress the fact that the research does not support that. And you should really take a hard look at arginine if you're currently using it or if you're considering buying it, because a lot of the research points to it being useless and perhaps one of the biggest supplement scams out there. As always, everybody, thanks for watching, and remember, stay big.